Hello students, welcome back. As in the previous classes, we were discussing the unit first, that was the cell, the fundamental unit of life. And also in the previous classes, we discussed the concepts of the discovery of the cell, cell theory, and after then we discussed the components of a cell. And whenever we talk about the component of a cell, we discussed the two components. One is the plasma membrane, which is also known as the cell membrane, and the second one was the nucleus. Today in this class, we will be discussing the third and the last most important component of the cell, which is the cytoplasm. Okay, roughly this is the structure of a cell. If we talk about this this is a cell, simple cell. Then this fluid, this is the fluid. This fluid part of the cell, this is called the cytoplasm. And in the center there is present nucleus, as we have discussed in the previous classes, and the outermost protective covering of the cell, this covering is known as the PM. PM here stands for the plasma membrane. So today in this class we will be discussing the most important component of a cell, which is cytoplasm. So let's start with today's session. So dear students, cytoplasm is composed of two words. One is cyto and another is plasm. Cyto means, simply cyto means the cell. And this plasm word is derived from the plasma. Okay, and plasma means the fluid. So now what is the cytoplasm? Now we can say that the fluid of a cell. The fluid of a cell is known as the cytoplasm. So that's why cytoplasm is also considered as a part of a cell. As we are saying that this is the fluid of a cell, so that's why cytoplasm is considered as a part of the cell. So dear student, today in this class we will discuss the subtopic under this main topic, cytoplasm, and these subtopics are: first one, the concept of cytoplasm; second one is the nature of the cytoplasm; third one is the component of the cytoplasm; fourth one is the functions, and the last one is the term protoplasm. So we have discussed this concept of cytoplasm. So next come to the nature of the cytoplasm. So dear student, if we talk about the nature of cytoplasm, means how is it? Then cytoplasm is an amorphous and the translucent fluid which is present in the cell. So amorphous means, what do you mean by amorphous? Amorphous means which do not have well defined shape or form, or you can say amorphous fluid is that fluid whose shape or form is not clearly defined. And translucent, you have heard one word, transparent, and opposite to transparent is the translucent, you can say. So translucent is what? When translucent fluid is that fluid, means a light can pass through this fluid but the image is on the another side. For example, say suppose this is a substance, when light is passed through it, suppose this is the light, and when light is passed through it, देन इमेज, देखो इन स्टूडेंट्स की ट्रांसपेरेंट के केस में क्या होगा, ट्रांसपेरेंट में लाइट अगर पास होगी तो ऑब्जेक्ट की जो इमेज है दैट विल बी फॉर्म्ड ऑन द अनदर साइड, while in case of translucent light can pass through the materials but image cannot be formed on the another side. So this is the simple meaning of translucent. So how is the cytoplasm? Nature of cytoplasm is it is an amorphous and the translucent fluid. Okay, so this was about the second one, which is the nature of the cytoplasm. Now the third and the most important one is the components of the cytoplasm. So if we talk about the components of cytoplasm, then cytoplasm is mainly composed of two components. So there are present two components. One is the cellular matrix, this is the first component, which is the cellular matrix, and the second one is the cellular structures. Next one is the cellular structure, and this cellular structure it is again divided into two parts, and these two parts are, one is the cell inclusions and the second one is the cell organelles. Is it okay students? So cellular matrix, cellular matrix क्या होता है, it is rich in various substances, rich in various substances. Okay, and these substances, what are these substances, or you can say what are the functions of these substances or the function of the cytocellular matrix. So function, if we talk about the functions of cellular matrix, then what are the functions of the cellular matrix? The first one is it is the site of various biochemicals. Okay, the site of various chemicals, or you can say various biochemicals. So its first function is the site of biochemicals. Is it okay? And the second one is the site of metabolic activities. Okay, metabolic activities, student, metabolic activities, for example, glycolysis. Glycolysis is what? You know, food provides us energy. How this food is? This food when broken down, and this food we consume usually in the form of glucose. So when glucose is broken down to form energy, that process is called the glycolysis. Okay, so in metabolic activities cellular matrix help, and the third one is pseudopodia formation. Pseudopodia formation, pseudopodia, you know, pseudopodia, it is present in the amoeba. Amoeba, you know the structure of amoeba. These are the appendages, and these appendages is termed as the pseudopodia. With the help of these pseudopodia, amoeba is able to capture the food. And the fourth one is the distribution of the various substances. So fourth one is the most important function. It helps in the distribution of substances. Okay, so these are the main four components of the cellular matrix. Cellular matrix, dear student, as the name indicates, cellular matrix means the matrix of the cytoplasm. Okay, and this cellular matrix, this is also known as the cytosol. This is also known as the cytosol, or you can say liquid part of the cytoplasma is called the cytosol or the cellular matrix. And we discuss these are the main functions of the cellular matrix. So this is the first component of the cytoplasm. If we talk about the second component, which is the cellular structure. So these cellular structure, these are present in the liquid part of the cell. Okay, and it is again composed of two components. One is the cell inclusion and the another one is the cell organelles. So cell inclusion, these cell inclusion, they include non-living things. They include non-living things. Okay student, now we are talking about the cell inclusion, the cellular, under the cellular structure. So cell inclusion, these include the non-living things. Okay, and these non-living things means first one is the food, and this food is present in the form of glucose, present in the form of starch granule. Then in the starch granule, it is present in the, for example, in the potato. Okay, starch granule, it is present in the potato. And if we talk about the glycogen, then glycogen, where it is present? Glycogen is present in our liver and muscles. Okay, if we talk about the protein, then protein is present in the maize. These are the organic substances, okay, which are considered as the non-living things in cell inclusion. And the second one is the inorganic substances. Inorganic substances. So inorganic substances, they are present in the grass. और ग्रास में किस फॉर्म में होती है? दे आर प्रेजेंट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सिलिका. और क्या आपने सुना होगा, देयर आर सम अनवांटेड प्लांट विच डिक्रीज द सॉइल फर्टिलिटी, they are known as the weed. So there is one weed and that weed is called the water hyacinth. Water hyacinth, और water hyacinth में inorganic substances होती हैं present in the form of calcium oxalate. Okay, and other like the gases, nitrogen and oxygen. So these are the cell inclusions. Is it okay? Next one is the cell organelles. Cell organelles, these are the part or you can say the components of a cell. So components क्या होती हैं? Cell organelles are the components of a cell. Okay, so components we will discuss in our next class. Components means like the ribosome. Also you have discussed or studied in your previous class 8th, like the ribosome, they are known as the protein factory, like the mitochondria, energy currency of the cell. Okay, in this way, these components of cell are called the cell organelles. And what are the function of these cell organelles? They help in synthesis of proteins inside the cell. So this is about the second component, which is the cellular structure. Again I am repeating, student, cell inclusion, they include the non-living thing, one in the form of organic substances like the food, the glycogen and the protein, and the inorganic substances like the silica, like the gases, nitrogen and oxygen, and calcium oxalate. And the next one is the cell organelles, which are the components of the cell, and their function is to form the protein. So now we have discussed the third point, which is the component of the cell. If we talk about the function, so dear student, I just want to tell you one thing, that if we talk about the functions of a cell, cytoplasm, then we have discussed all these two components and also the subcomponents of the cytoplasm. So you have to combine all these points, and these points would be included in the function. Like the first one, it is the site of biochemicals. Second one, it helps in the metabolic activities. The third one helps in the synthesis of protein. Fourth one, it helps in the storage of food, glycogen and protein. So all these functions of different component of cytoplasm, they are considered to be the functions of the cytoplasm. So I think so you can easily write down the function. Is it okay? Now the next one is the protoplasm. This is the another new term, student, and this term, as you know, protoplasm. So what is the protoplasm? This part we have considered, this is the cytoplasm, and this portion, which is the, you can say, liquid part of the nucleus, this is called the nucleoplasm, as we have discussed in our previous lecture under the topic nucleus. So what is protoplasm? Protoplasm is, student, it is the nucleoplasm plus cytoplasm. Nucleoplasm and cytoplasm, collectively they are termed as the protoplasm. Collectively they are termed as the protoplasm. Cytoplasm is the liquid or the fluid part of cell. Nucleoplasm is the liquid part of nucleus, and when we combine nucleoplasm and cytoplasm, then they are termed as the protoplasm. Is it okay? So this is the protoplasm, and there is one more term, I think so you should know, that term is known as the cyclosis. What is cyclosis? Cyclosis is, student, the movement of the cytoplasm. As we have discussed that cellular matrix helps in the distribution of the substances. तो distribution of substances होगी means क्या होगा? Means to say cytoplasm will move, and this movement of cytoplasm in a circular way or simply movement of cytoplasm is known as the cyclosis. So cyclosis is the movement of cytoplasm. Okay, so this was about today's concept. So let's take a recap. Today what we have discussed we have discussed these main 5 components. One is the concept of cytoplasm, next one is the nature, the third one is the component, and the fourth one is function, and in the last we have discussed the 2 terms. One is the protoplasm and the last one is the cyclosis. So hope you have enjoyed with this. Thanks to all.